It's color into the black and So that's the coda to the current composition in progress. It's actually all but finished. So I've finished 99% of the work on it. So the next time you hear about this, it'll be available as a recording project, a recorded release, together with a brief essay on the some of the morality behind music education, some of the pressing issues of the time, and how music education can apply to them for all ages. So I'd like to just talk a little bit now about some of the thinking behind that final cadence and coda that I just played and sang a bit. I figured that it's a good opportunity for people to see a little bit into the composer's thought process, since that's often something that we conjecture on, but don't 100% of the time have a clear idea exactly what this person was thinking. It's color, so it's color, ITS, not IT apostrophe S. The context will be clear once you see the rest of the text, the poem, the song is setting. So on color, you get some of that chromaticism, the natural sixth sort of juxtaposed, contrapositioned to the flat six. In other words, C to A natural or A flat. It proceeds in parallel sixths, first from the flat sixth, then the A natural in the bass. That's 5 on the bottom, 3 on top. And there's the flat 6 in the bass. So there's kind of this chromatic, play to illustrate the word color. So there's a bit of a hemiola effect there, as well as a ritardando. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's color 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then I proceed in tempo, at a slower tempo, in fact. So a bit of that punctuation, sort of that closing punctuation by way of a hemiola, and then carrying on to the real sort of true coda material. That's really the final cadence of the piece. And again, this is something that I'm always striving for, so it's difficult to distinguish sometimes where the more explicit intention is, as opposed to some of the kind of just natural outpouring of this effort. But this is a very melodic passage. of sixths going on. So there's that linearness to it. However, there's a very typical cadential harmony implied there as well. 1, 6, 4, and then something like a fragmented 5, 4, 2 chord. But the sixths remain as you descend to the tonic in the vocal part, and you have the E in the bass. All right, so that's a bit of and then this is actually lifted, not verbatim, but very clearly inspired by Bach's prelude in E. Is it E major? I believe it's E major. Anyhow, I forget whether it's book 2 or book 1 or book 2 of the WTC Well-Tempered Clavier, but I believe it's 2, and I've set this same prelude to 7-string guitar. But this is my kind of adaptation of some of that thinking. Bach uses the same progression in that coda there. So it's 1 6 5. So the dominant subdominant of the 4. Sorry, secondary dominant. And 4. 4 diminished triad. Kind of like a dominant chord there, though. A lot of the same notes. But you think of it as a just call it what it is, right? A 4 4 diminished triad. That leading tone's there, and then this chain of down the scale from C down to C, harmonized by first a consonant third, and then a dissonant ninth, 10th and the 9th, and then that resolves to a consonant 10th. That continues. That dissonance there. That consonance. So consonants to dissonance. Consonants to dissonance. Consonants to dissonance. Now, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. As the parallel tenths, drive toward the cadence. There's a similar hemiola effect. In fact, this is something of a cross between the Indian classical T high and the more typically Western hemiola. Hemiola being patterns of 2, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then downbeat, right? 1, dum, dum, ba-dum, dum, ba-dum, bam, ba-da-ba-dum, ba-dum, 1, 2, 1, da-dum, right? 1, 2, 1, da-dum, da-dum, then, final chord, right? In T high, it's 3 times through the same exact phrase, and the phrase ends on the sum or the downbeat. So in this case, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so that's the on 2, the very 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2. Right, 3 times to the 2-beat phrase. Whereas in more typical Western classical context, it might be something like this. You just start one scale degree higher. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you get the downbeat. Right? 1, 2, 1. Sorry. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then the downbeat. Whereas in the Indian T high, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then the very end of the phrase, the phrase that is repeated 3 times, or that's gone through 3 times. That's the downbeat. So, and the harmony here, you could obviously think of it as a C major triad. a bit more with a bit, kind of more of a refined lens there, though. You can think what was known in Beethoven's time as a pillar chord, and it follows, with some adjustments for equal temperament and major minor tonality, follows the overtone sequence, overtone series. Harmonic series. Right? So you have octave, fifth, fourth, major third, minor third, and then obviously it we break the chain of events there to include tonic note on top. So 5-1. Right, so that nice finality to it. It's covered into the black and white. So there's, as always, more to be said, more to look at, but I just thought I'd give a brief view there into some of my intention as far as illustrating some of the text and being syncretic in guitar. So that is my little video for this evening. Again, next time you hear about this, look out for the complete recording. It's just a few minutes, about maybe 4 minutes at the most. But there's some good content there as far as kind of compositional process, as well as something of an active sort of cyclical language to music, where I talk about depiction of color and certain of the techniques that have some broader implications. So looking forward to any discussion on this. Hope everyone's well, and take good care.